So I sent them a motion just the other day. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, today is the 23rd, right? I'm sorry, the 24th. So here is the motion. I screenshot it. But it's the 21st. March 21st. What did it say? What is the motion title? The motion title. To get an ass. I sent it the other day. Today's the 24th. It was sent the 22nd. Let me go left for a second, if I may. I am looking at the world of social media right now. I am looking at the world of people battling in social media. And the one thing nobody could ever say to me, about me, is I have changed. You know, I look at brother, the saint and the sinner. I love that guy. And he always he says nerds and all that, this and that. And even when I hear him say that, as a nerd myself, I'm not offended by it because I love his perspective so much. And when you talk to people that is true to themselves before they get on social media, you're listening and talking to a different breed of dude. I was watching a video that
you just got your brand new Opus power station. You take it out of the box. What now? Here's what you do first with your Opus power station. Now, every Opus power station is stored and shipped with about 65 or 66% of battery capacity. If you ever put your power station back into storage, this is a state of charge that Opus recommends for long-term storage. Now, you might be tempted to just plug it into the wall and charge it up to 100%. You should actually do the opposite. That means you can start testing and playing with your new power station immediately. Opus recommends a full drain and then a full recharge to calibrate the BMS and balance the battery cells. You should do this for a simple power station like this Mega 1 or a system with extra batteries. So you turn on the power station, you turn on the AC output, and at this point you can choose any number of things to draw power. Heaters and heat guns draw a lot of steady power and can be very effective at draining the batteries. You should let it run until the power station shuts off. Normally you're going to get an EO2 code, which just means the batteries have been depleted. While it's draining, you can set up the Cleanergy app if your Opus power station supports it. For a power station like the Mega 1, I suggest changing the charging speed from fast to slow. Now, I normally use slow charging as it's better for long-term battery life. Fast charging is great if you need fast charging for some reason. Maybe there's a storm coming and you want to get things topped off in a hurry. So we're going to go ahead and let it discharge. Okay, you can see the EO2 error flashing, and we're at 0%. The fan is still running. There's still some battery power in there, but it preserves some of that so that the fan will run and make sure things stay cool. I just plugged in the AC charging cord. We've already switched from fast to slow charging, and so we're going to probably see around 700 watts of AC power coming in. Now on the recharge, we don't just go until the readout shows 100%. We want to let the Mega 1 balance out the cells. And the way we know it's still working is when this little fan right here is still spinning. So even though the state of charge on the screen might show 100%, we're not going to unplug the power station.
I was watching a video that he had somebody call in, and they had no idea who he was. And I'm like, you don't think he got a mansion? You don't think he got a Maybach? You don't think he's well renowned? The guy was in tech. The guy will tell you, you know, and this is the problem with when the average person.
We got D. Smitty up in this motherfucker. What's going on, humans? What's going on, sis? Got to drink my beet juice. Got it mixed with my my vitamin water, well, vitamin pack in the water, some creatine in the water, some pre-workout in the water. In the water. I crack myself out. I do. So we're going to put this beet juice in there. We're going to put the beet juice in there. We're going to take a sip. This shit is tart. This shit is good for you, though. Ah! Oh, that don't taste bad at all. I'm going to add some more beet juice with it. It's organic beet juice. I'm gonna let that sit so that creatine, I got some creatine in there too. Gotta let that creatine dissolve up in that bitch. That shit is so motherfucking tart. I gotta drink some water to get that tart out my mouth. I can't talk with tart. I can't talk with tart. Listen, I love cracking jokes. I love laughing. I'm serious, man. I'm a laugh addict. I got laughitis. I got laughitis up in this bitch. I was diagnosed yesterday with laughitis. Hold on. I gotta go get the damn charger. Yowza, yowza, yowza. All right, so I am here, and I definitely want to chat about the times in which we live in now, and I wanna make sure we're clear. I'm talking to the youth right now. I'm talking to the youth. This is to the youth. I want to make sure the youth understand. As a 57-year-old man, I'm gonna break some things down to you, so you could not fall into any type of traps. And I won't even call them traps, because engaging is not a trap. Engaging is you engage due to some type of suspicion, and it's not until you get inside there and then you see the wrong, and then you kind of like didn't fall for the trap. It was just you just didn't realize what the game was in the beginning. So I want to help you guys understand the game in the beginning, if you will. One more thing. I need one more thing. Take that belt off because I don't need it. All right, so I want to make some marks here when I'm talking. All right, so again, I'm gonna break this down for the youth so the youth can understand, so the youth don't walk down some of these streets that I walk down. So I'm gonna start it off like this. I seen a show that used to come on when I was a little kid. I was about this big. About and the show was the Richard Bay Show. And the Richard Bay Show, did a lot of episodes, not just one. Did a lot of episodes of Which Woman Was Born a Man. And he would have 10 women up on stage, and he would ask the audience, man or woman. So each time one would come forward, man or woman, right? And it was always 50-50. It was never a landslide. It was never, nope, that's a man, that's a man. It was never that. It was landslide. 50% man, 50% woman on all 10. Were you born a man or a woman? Did she hold up the sign? I was born a man. They were like, oh shit. And the guys that thought that they guessed it wrong, they was like, oh shit, I'm gay. Oh shit. No, you're not gay. Your eyes does the judging in a situation like this. Your eyes. And they did a real good transformation into getting your eyes to believe that they were a woman. So you're not gay, your eyes believe. This is the same thing that gets you guys in trouble. You see a woman, the actions don't say woman. All right? You see a woman, but the actions don't say woman. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to start off with that. Because every situation that I engaged in, I thought I was dealing with a woman. That woman had an agenda. And you guys are going to run into women that have an agenda. So they say prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. And I can tell you why. Because prostitution is a human function, meaning human, not if you grow plants, you're a gardener. A gardener is not a human function, right? If you're a plumber, you be a plumber. That's not a human function. However, sex is a human function. So it's easy to transition into a supply and demand and somebody putting a price on it, all right? So what happens is a lot of individuals get caught up in the eyes. Oh, I like her, right? And then you engage in them only to realize they want moolah for coochie. You know, they want moolah for coochie. So when they want moolah for coochie, you hear that thing in your head, because you wanted to love them, all right? Now, before I continue this any further, I want to say this. People, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm not a player. I'm not a pimp. I don't fuck the bitches. I don't have a lot of bitches. I'm a nice guy. I don't get the ill nana. I'm laughing at something else. I'm an ill nana not getter. You know, that's what I am. I'm an ill nana not getter. You know what I'm saying? But I know my lane. And just as much as I don't get the ill nana, chicks want to give me the nana. When I navigate myself around, they look at me like, girl, that nigga ain't had that car yesterday. Girl, that nigga had some other shit the other day. You see that car he was driving the other day? You see them glasses he had on? Girl, the mystique that I carry about myself is higher than anybody around here. The mystique. Because of that, I have women throwing themselves at me. I have women doing that. Oh, is he looking? I have women. I see him yesterday. It happened again. I need the meta glasses. Well, as soon as I finish self checkout, there's a woman with a hand on the door looking. I'm trying to time this shit because I want him to say something to me. But I'm a nice guy, so I don't engage. Why don't I engage? Because the world wins. Not the whirlwind like a whirlwind. The world wins. You guys run around here and you want love. You know, all you nice guys now. Talking to you nice guys. All you nice guys, you want love. You want a wife, you want a family. But the world wins. Whatever world you live in, that's what's going to win. It's up to you to get yourself out of that world and put your nice guy-ness, your nice guys-ness. You need to put your nice guy in a world where nice guys win. Make sense? Because we live in a fuck society. We live in a society where women aren't developing. They just want to fuck. They think, remember I told y'all this. There was a saying back in the day. And that saying was a way to a man's heart, right? Where's that saying at today? It's not the way to a man's heart. It's I got this dope wet pussy. He want this pussy. He want this dope wet pussy. That's where we're at now. So it ain't a way to a man's heart to his stomach. Mm-mm. How dare them surrender to something that it's a saying for men. There's no saying for men anymore. It's I don't need a nigga, fuck a nigga, this and all that. So all the sayings, love a man, take care of a man, respect a man, all that's out the window because we live in a sexual society, sex talk, and women having a coochie. I'm laughing at something else. Women having a coochie, that is the talk. If you're not talking fuck me talk, you ain't talking. Let me say that again. If you ain't talking fuck me talk, you ain't talking to these chicks. You ain't. You're not talking to them. Who you talking to? No, you ain't. You think you are. Let me go back to the nice guy thing for a second, if y'all don't mind, of course, as I sip on my beet juice with my emergency vitamin pack, with my pre-workout, with my creatine. I take a sip of this shit. Let me double back to the nice guy thing for a second. When I tell women, when I'm asked why am I single, I say because I'm a nice guy. Do you know how many women think that comment is vain? They're like, no, I love a nice guy. I start getting the nice guy niceties. That's all I seem to be talking to is the nice guy niceties. I'm like, where the fuck were you chicks at 30 years ago? Fact of the matter is, nobody wants a nice guy. Yeah. Nobody wants a nice guy. Nobody wants you. And in knowing that, you have a decision to make. And that decision you have to make is, do I transform into a fuck nigga? Because me personally, I'm rolling with the I'll take the cockiness and arrogance of my dad for 200, please. Yeah, I'm not trying to be down with you. You do in order for me to engage in them, that means they have access to me. You don't get me doing this shit. Oh my butt. You don't get a motherfucker like me doing that. Take your ass back out to the streets. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he was a client, and we were talking about, he was like, I'm 6'5", man, I'm 40, I'm 59, I'm 6'5", I still work out, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, man, if these chicks don't act right, blah, blah, blah. I said, my man, you being too nice. Because the term is you send your ass back out there to them streets. That's where they going. Get your ass back out there in them streets, hit the streets. Because I'm going to tell you guys today on the 22nd of April that I will always tell y'all, what we don't do, I'm not following a woman's ways. Or was it the 21st, the 20th? I'm not following a woman's ways. It's not happening.
Problem.
I'm not following a woman's ways. That ain't happening. It's not happening. I'm not following a woman. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm the man. What's this thing doing? I'm the man. If that's a problem, you get the fuck on. That's it. That's the arrangement. I don't care about you. All right, we back. All right, so again, I'm not doing that thing where I hope you're not leading at all, ever. Not happening. And again, because we live in a fuck society, chicks think that, oh, if you don't, another one would. Let me tell y'all something right quick. How right I am about what I'm saying. Tell you about a guy that I used to know. And this statement here is the reason why I don't talk to him no more. He's dating this woman, and this woman tells him, I could be giving other niggas this pussy. 2 weeks later, he married her. I ain't got nothing to say to him no more. I've known the dude 40 years. What the fuck could I say to this guy? What do I say to him? He ain't a man. There's nothing man about that. A chick, your fiance. Obviously, if you married her 2 weeks later, she was your fiance. Your fiance tells you, I could be giving other niggas this pussy. People, there should come a time in your life where you realize you got a good thing going on here. And having somebody being in your presence is they got a good thing. They don't value it, this and that. That's up to you. But what we don't do over here, we don't itemize, or we don't allow anybody to think that they're going to bring 1% of nonsense over here and think that, like, you don't get 2 sentences of fuck shit off over here. You get stopped halfway in the first sentence, and by the second sentence, you stepping the fuck off. That's it. My sister said he whipped. Nah, sis. Whipped? My sister, I got D. Smitty watching us on Facts on Negro Please. D. Smitty said he whipped. That was 30 years ago, sis. Whipped is 30 years ago. So this is whipped. Whipped back in the day was she asked you for some money and she said no. And it's slightly in fun and in harmony. You whipped. Or this is whipped. This is whipped. This is whipped. You out with your boys and your girl call you and say, honey, you got to come home. It wasn't no attitude involved. Whipped didn't have attitude. Because if you meet me with attitude, I got to attitude you back. So whipped was, you seen it in the movie Best Man. And when he said, let me borrow your phone. He said, what you gonna do, call Shelby? No. He's like, come on. No, man, I ain't letting you hold my phone, man. You gotta live a little, man. No, I ain't letting you call her. You letting her know where you at. That's whipped. That dude in the Best Man, that's whipped. And she never said, I don't remember what his name was. She never said, I could be giving some other guys this pussy. Saying you can give somebody else this pussy. I don't know one man that will sit down there and listen to that fucking nonsense. I don't know one man that'll let a woman say, I could be giving some other niggas this pussy. So that is just, I'm gonna call that demonic control. That's what that is to me. That's demonic control. That woman reached into the bag of witchcraft. That was straight demonic. That was just devilish dancing at its best. All right. And that's a frequency that he listens to. Think about it. If me and my sister was driving in the car and I just happened to turn to Weehaw 104 FM. And she gonna look at me like, what, bro, what the fuck is this? That's the frequency. I decided to turn to that and listen to that. Individuals that have whoever you're dealing with, you're tuned into their frequency. Whatever their name is, my name is Nerd Solo. So my shit will be, welcome to 97.2 Nerd Solo FM. Got some nerd shit for y'all today. That's my frequency, right? If she got you, or anybody got you in a situation where you're so tuned into their frequency, because that's what it is. You're tuned into them. Nobody is tuned into you if they could say to you, I could be giving some other motherfuckers this pussy. Trust me, you're not, what you do, say, and whatever don't mean nothing. Obviously, he is tuned into her. So he's like, whatever, I'll listen to you. Yes, baby. Yes. And she's on some old, and vice versa. She's on some old, I could be giving some other niggas this pussy. And she's on some old, yeah. Keep on. I'm gonna strap on that dildo and ramp up. I'm not gonna tap you on the shoulder when I ramp up. What? No. I'm not gonna use the small dildo tonight, nigga. I'm using a big dildo tonight. And you know what? No Vaseline, large dildo, and I'm ramping up on your ass right out the gate. I'm not gonna hit you off with a loosen up stage. You know what? I'm ramping up. That's what that is. There ain't no man sitting down there and listen to no woman say, I could be giving some other motherfuckers this pussy. Ain't no, I don't know. Listen, ain't none of your brothers falling for no shit like that, sis. Ask one of your other brothers what they'll do. You think this is a one-off conversation you having with me, sis? Ask your other brothers. Ask them that shit. Get back to me. See what the fuck they say. You think you're talking to some independent thought over here? Let me tell you something. Dad was a damn good example of a man to us. Let's be clear. You are straight. Like I said, when she strap on, she using a bigger dildo on his ass. She ain't using no Vaseline. And normally when he say, put it in slow, put it. Why is it? And when he say, put it in slow, she said, I'm ramping up. I'm right out the gate. Why is it doing this? So again, I don't know why it's doing it. It keeps jumping into that AI thing on the screen. Like I'm asking an AI question. So, but yeah, so, but what happens is, again, you know, nice guys, it is probably known that nice guys, because the interest in nice guys is not as much. The pussy gang is thrown out there. We hear a lot of enticements and all you got to do is just play this game with me and you get pussy. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, you know, and then you look at 304 culture, all this, the perspective of the perspective of you got to do all this stuff for me before I take you out on a date is the direct result of a sexual society. We live in a sexualist society. We live in a society where women aren't developing anymore. Women aren't developing into women. You don't see women developing no more. It's right out the gate. The only thing that develop with women today is their attitude. And I'll tell an individual again and again and again. I was watching a video on the Dominican Republic. All I do is watch videos now on when people be like, I'm gonna walk down the streets in Sosa, Dominican Republic. I'm walking down the street in Medellin, Colombia. I'm walking down the street in Johannesburg. I'm walking down the street in Durban. I'll watch videos where people just walk down the street. They record themselves just walking down the street in these countries. And I'm saying to myself, what's going to happen? What I'm saying to myself is what's going to happen is, and let me say this first. What I see in other countries, feminine women that are feminine. I can watch a video like in Colombia on Sundays, they shut the town down and they just have run marathons, you can ride your bike through the town. And so I watch videos where people just be guys standing there and people walking by, people roller skating, this and all that. They shut the town because they big on health over in Colombia. That's why the women look the way they look. And you'll see a woman just drop dead gorgeous and she'll be walking by and she'll go, and she'll just stop by and she'll be walking by, and the guy on the camera is saying something to him to make them do that. They ain't just, but you see something. Then she walk and see it, and I'm like, wow, women over there are so feminine, right? I watch videos with my man and he, I forgot his name. But I don't watch his videos too much because I don't like cats to talk slang too much. He'd be like, yo, gang. I'm like, stop it with that bullshit. But anyway, he'll be over in Philippines and just stop and talk to girls. He'll be on a train in Thailand and just talk to people. And every time he talks to a woman, it's a feminine woman. She's just oozing. A woman is oozing from him. When my man Lord Williamson, I watch his videos. He goes and he's in, yo, we're in Johannesburg. What's the word, Johannesburg? Yeah. And then he'd be like, we're gonna go get a cut today, then we're gonna go to get a massage. And the woman that he be running into, I'd be like, it is impossible for you to run into so many like this is unscripted. And he's walking around, and everybody outside of the US, they walk around and they run into feminine women. I'm like, this can't be. So I'm like, listen, I'm getting on up out of here. And the crazy thing about Dominican Republic, they got VA hospitals over in Dominican Republic. Our VA. I'm like, we don't even have any. We don't have no bases, no military bases. Well, how did that happen? But they're like, oh no, you come here, this and all that. So I'm like, I've been looking at Dominican Republic for the past couple of days. So I'm like, but I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm no longer asking. I'm no longer asking for right with women here. I'm not. They're not going to be right. Again, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's unfortunate. Bad gets good too. And the unfortunate thing about bad getting good means worse. Everything gets better at what it is. A fucking leak gets better at leaking. And it's going to leak even more. Your problem that you have in your car is going to get better. And guess what? That problem's going to get worse. That's why I dropped my car. Why you think I got this hat on? Old today, y'all. I had to drop my truck off and I had my scooter in the back. I'm riding my scooter, but I got this on under the helmet. But the worse we see, listen, you think that them stopping welfare and putting limitations on it is going to make women be like, I'm going to start acting like a woman. I'm going to be a woman now. I'm not going to be a 304. I'm not going to be that. No, I want to be a no. The whole game is everything. Their life is going to get worse. Being unruling and a whore has been let out the bag, and you cannot put it back in the bag. You can't. You can't. Being a whore in America, every commercial is my butt. That's why I wear Depend Slims. Everything is sexually explicit. Everything. And then Obama gets in there and says a man can walk into the woman's bathroom. It is, if you think you, and you, if you think it's going to get good, if you think there's going to be a turnaround, it's not happening. Not happening. Individuals that do fuck shit, women that do fuck shit, women that do lame, women that are lame, women that are whores, they're going to get better at that. They're going to get better at that. What you'll see women turning back to women, we'll all be gone. We'll all be long and dead by then. Listen, I'd rather go over to Colombia and get a whore off the street and turn her into a wife than a westernized woman. I'd rather do that. Not going to happen, but I'm saying I'd rather do that. Women in America, and again, have you ever left America? A lot of people have never left their own city. I left America. I've been around the world. I've seen other cultures. I woke up to a different sky. I woke up in a different time zone. I called back home at 3 o'clock and the motherfucker said, yo, man, what the fuck you sleep for? Man, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, bro. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. Yeah, man. Damn. Have you ever did that? You go, listen, you go over to Panama, or not Panama, you go over to Thailand. Excuse me. You go over to Thailand for $10, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have change left. You go over to Ethiopia, haircuts are $7 in Ethiopia. Full course meals in Ethiopia, $8, $8 US. I was talking to Lydia. I was like, Lydia, you should leave. Leave this country. Listen, I got a friend of mine lives in Puerto Rico. They left Puerto Rico in '89. We stayed in touch via, now we ran into each other again, of course, on Facebook. And she's like, I named my son after you. When you coming here? When you coming here? I'm like, yo, this and all that. Cool, cool. We was real good friends. Lived on my block. And I'm saying to myself, when I was a kid, I watched, we all did, probably foreigners come to America, right? And then when they retire, they go back home. We seen that. Why? Why? Let me tell you something. I said this the other day. I'm sorry, I kind of got off topic. I'm going to get back on topic. Say something. It's going to be a little stretch, so just bear with me, all right? I'm just going to say this to bring my point home. There are people that retired in the 90s that are struggling right now. There are people that retired in the 90s, right? And when they retired in the 90s, they were getting like $1,600 a month. And in the 90s, when you can get a studio apartment for $500, you was good. Cell phone, whatever, or home phone at the time, sorry. You know, and that was good. Food and everything, $500 a month rent. You're spending somewhere around $1,300 a month to live, all right? In the 90s, they're getting $1,600. Those people, a lot of those people are still living today. Those are the new street people. Those are the new people you living on the street. I have put myself in a position where I get thousands of dollars every month. Thousands. So I can go anywhere and keep it. I can go. My plan is, of course, like I told y'all, cut them trees down in the back. I've seen two companies that sell those foldable collapsible homes. They'll deliver them anywhere. I've seen one company where they built a house that don't require no permits. No permits. So you can come put that mug on your property. Boom. It's don't require no permits. I said I can cut my stuff out, put two of them back there, keep this house, snatch some money, and I'm gone, right? And you can go over to another country. So I'm gonna end this by saying this: if you take $53,000, listen to what I'm about to tell you. If you take $53,000, 58, it fluctuates. So at the time I looked, it was 58. It was 58. I don't know what it is now. But if you take $58,000 over to Johannesburg, South Africa, you are, the second you touch down, you're a millionaire. The second you touch down. The second you touch down with $53,000 in Johannesburg, South Africa, you are a millionaire. Sabu, I don't know if y'all watched her videos. She was like, we sold our house for $700,000 in Atlanta. We sold our house for $700,000. We brought the house that we brought in Johannesburg. We didn't even use half of it. We used one third of it. So just to be clear, 1/3 of $700,000 is like $233,000. That's 1/3 of $700,000. So that means she has $460,000, like almost $500,000 left. And they still got their business. And she's like, we brought this house big as shit. We brought this house for 1/3 of what we sold our house for. And she was like, we don't have any bills. Of course you don't. Shit. You take $5 here and go to another country, that $5 is now $1,500. $1 US is now $1,500. It's something you need to think about. My military retirement, I'm gonna be over that motherfucker like you the left ball, you the right. Oh no, you. Oh, I said you was the right ball. You the right ball, you the left ball. You just the tip, and you the shaft. I'm sorry. Ah, shit! I cracked myself up. In other countries, they stopped OnlyFans. In Japan, they was like, "Get this shit out of here." You know, they limit. They know sexual explicit stuff will destroy, and America is destroyed. Everything is sexual. Listen, you hear about that country? The women, all of them took a day off. They said, we're going to go on strike. We tired of this. Women's rights. And that day they had not one complaint in HR. Not one. When I was at the post office, when I took the managerial classes, why did they have a section on understanding the unfortunate possibilities of what a woman could do to you because you're in a position on the job, a supervisor position on the job? They didn't have nothing for when a man come after you. It was all women. Make sure, do not close the door. When you call a woman into the office and you need to speak to a woman, have somebody with you or have the door open. Yeah. How many individuals going through this child support stuff and all that? I had one case I can tell you guys about. Most guy, 38 years old, spent time in the military, and he drops his 2 kids off to their mama. And then next thing you know, it's time to pick the kids up next week. He's outside of the school waiting for the kids. A man approaches him. You were served. He gets served a letter. And this is the evil of women. The kids go home. I want y'all to pay attention to it. Stop what you're doing. Stop what the fuck you're doing. Check out what I'm about to tell you guys. The kids, they went home and said, "Daddy," and put their hand down by and just swirled it. "Daddy." He calls me up. He has me on a retainer, and he's just gone. He's gone. 20 minutes, I'm listening to him. I said, "You finished?" I said, "God damn, man. Whoa. Man, this ain't funny. This is my life." I said, "Oh, is it?" "Well, it's funny to me." I said, "Remember when you hired me?" I said, "Let's start having some fun." I said, "It don't sound like you're having fun right now." He was like, "Ah!" I said, okay. And every time this guy called me, you probably remember the story. Every time this guy called me, he had a woman on the phone with him. I don't know who this mysterious woman was. I'm going to read your comments in a second, sis. But after he went on his rant, I said, "Who are you, man?" "What do you mean?" "Oh, I wrote a couple of cartoons that it was on a Disney network." I said, No. Who are you?" I said, "Man, you somebody famous?" He said, "No. I said, so let me get this right. I said, oh, this in Texas. I said, so what's the penal code for rape? They don't have rape in in Texas. I said, yeah. I said, I know they do. I spent 2 tours in Texas. I said, so explain to me this. How come you raped your kids or sexually assaulted your kids and you ain't in jail? Oh, I said, oh, my bad. You made bail, right? He was like, no. I said, okay. What did the detective say to you? Nah, I didn't speak to a detective. I said, you didn't speak to a detective? I said, so let me get this right. You sexually molested 2 of your children, and the most thing you got is a restraining order. Is that what you? I start laughing again. is that what you telling me, bro? And I heard the girl say, "Oh, she got it." But of course, she would get it when you was blamed for rape. You know, your brain is going 100. It was my job that he hired me to bring him back down to reality. So I heard her go, "Oh." I said, so I wrote the head family court judge because he had a restraining order hearing to go to, and I answered it. Excuse me, specifically by saying, so I want to make sure I understand you, Judge. You're entertaining a 38-year-old that spent time in the military. He molested his child 2 weeks before a custody hearing, and you're gonna entertain that in your court. I said, you're showing very heavy signs of incompetence. I drafted up a federal charge against that judge. He recused himself. On the day he went for the hearing up for the restraining order, he called me up and said, "Man, I smoked her in court." I said, "Hey, listen, man, I'm walking my dog. And I love watching my dog when my dog shit." I had 1 dog at the time. I said, "I love watching my dog when they shit. So have fun, bro." He thought that I was going to sit on the phone with him and celebrate. No, you just believe some bullshit and now you want to celebrate. I didn't believe it from the first moment I heard it. And that's how I keep telling you guys. I don't, there is, there isn't a Tia Bradley done tried them all with me. All with me. Oh, she tried them all. Doesn't work on me. Like I tell you guys, I will always tell you, I'm tired, son. Just like Thor, when he popped up to when he went to Jotunheim, he said, "It is Thor, the son of Odin." I rep my father. I told her this. Yeah. Next time you invite me here, you better tell these motherfuckers who I am. I didn't say motherfuckers in court. I told Tia in court. Next time you invite me here, you need to tell these people who I am. I'm tired, son. We live in a society where it's easy to say, because everything is now sexually explicit, it's easy to blame a man for some sexual act. You will agree with that, yeah? D. Smitty, that's my sister. She chimed in. She said, "Brother, you got a big old head as always." Whatever. She said they don't want a nice guy. They want to take advantage of the nice of them. They don't want a nice guy. They want to take advantage. That's what women want. Of course, I said this, right? Nice guys. I'm gonna go back to that for a second. Nice guys are the pinnacle. We are the doormat. And the reason why, as I told you guys, I got 5 marriage proposals, 6 marriage proposals. 1 girl asked me twice. So 5 in my 50s, from 52 to 55, from 51 to 55. How come I never got a marriage proposal in my 40s? I never got one in my 30s, never got one in my 20s. But now these individuals are getting older. They're like, you know what? Now it's the nice guys' time. So now they know how to talk, you know. No, it's not happening. Uh-uh. 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 Very well said. My sister said, uh, my friend did the exact same thing. She came up from nothing and started to invest in house and renting rooms, and now she's a millionaire. How about that? Life is, listen, life is that statement is an understatement when they say life is what you make it. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Watching yesterday. Ay, 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 ay. Give me some rags, man. These are my nose rags, cause they soft. Brought them off Amazon, just cotton joints. Anyway, I tried to see if I could. I'm streaming on this phone, and that was the account I was looking at. Oh, wait a minute, I have it on this laptop. I wanted to show y'all the houses that I was looking at. But that account is in that phone. I was watching in the phone, and of course, I thought I would be able to go look into the histories and see it, but I wasn't. But um, um, back to what I was saying. Nice guys, we're the doormat of the love world, and when a nice guy get a sex offer, it's supposed to we supposed to yield more. All right. See the nice guy, and this is what women showed me. They supposed to give me a small percentage of the ill nana. I'm laughing at something else. The smaller percentage of the ill nana yields more rewards for the coochie. So it's like the dude that's out there banging a lot of chicks. She know that when she let him bust her guts, she's only looking for a return call the next day. All right, I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying. So when the street jiggy dude gets the ill nana, his only requirement is to at least call her the next day. All right, that's what the That's what the jiggy dude gets. But when the nice guy gets the ill nana, you're gonna have to give me a second, boy. All right. When the nice guy get the ill nana, he's supposed to now tether his wallet to her fucking Apple Pay. When the nice guy get the ill nana, he's supposed to tether his wallet to her Apple Pay. He's supposed to be on standby for whatever she needs. All this stuff happens. All this happens because he's not out there getting it. And the pussy has such a high value to it. This is what they mean when they say your baby daddy. I logged on to bum.com and he came up and how come you didn't require your baby daddy to do all this? And that's why. You guys got to understand. Women today, they don't rate high activity with manly worth. They rate high activity to slutty pay. And when you're dealing with slutty pay, that's the world they live in, like a pig always playing mud. You guys don't understand that women there today, because we live in a sexual society, they slutty pay. That's like Apple Pay, slutty pay. Just talk shit to me, promise me you'll fucking dig my shit out. Let me do that. You know, I want to do a photo. You know, I told y'all, the video I did yesterday, Skeet Master D want to shoot a nut on a eye. You know, every time you shut on that, she want to do a selfie with the cum all on her eye. You ain't nutted on my eye. You know, it all counts. You see the goddamn videos where the chicks was all down in Houston. Yeah, I came down here to catch an STD. That's right, girl. You know, you see all this shit game. And you sitting there reserved, they know you got clean dick. They know you. That's why all these chicks calling me back at 57. It ain't that I got old limp dick. You know, it ain't that I got old limp dick. It's they down there. Oh, Chris got clean dick. Girl, Chris ain't never been out there. No, Chris got that clean dick. Girl, shit, I'll just shave the hair. Girl, I'll just shave the hair off his fucking wrinkle balls. Girl, I know that's right. I'll just shave the hair off his wrinkle balls and I'll suck his clean. Chris got that clean dick. He ain't never had that dick out in the streets. I'm telling you. That's why they calling me back. They like, girl, my coochie will be safe with Chris. My coochie will be safe with him. So now I'm getting all these calls, all this bullshit, all this nonsense. Girl, Chris always kept himself up. Girl, I ain't watched the video in 5 years. Girl, I went and looked at the video. Girl, he was better than he was before. Girl, he got the clean dick. Girl, he got the clean dick. No. Keep your ass back out there on the streets. Keep your ass back out there on the street. Here are the houses I was looking at, though. The videos I was looking at. I looked at my history on this phone. See them houses? Them houses right there. Them houses nice. So I was looking at them houses yesterday. And I'm like I said, one of them, you don't even need a permit. They was like, this house here don't need a permit. It's like a shed type joint, but they turned it into a house. Don't need a permit. I was like, wow. One of the houses, it was the higher end ones, like 70,000. It was only 422 square feet. They come and lay you They come and do everything. You give them the money and they do everything. They connect the water, build the concrete slab that the house gonna sit on. They do everything. You give them the money, they give you the keys. It's all ready. Go in there, turn the lights on, you good. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. Anyway, so so that's what it gets down to. That's what y'all gotta understand. Appreciate them thumbs up, y'all. Stop going with me. Stop being up with me here. Individuals gotta you gotta understand. This is the narrative in which we living in. We're living in a perspective today where sex is the currency. And again, I was just joking, but it was true to what I was saying. Chicks want to come back to when they out of the street zone, they want to come back to the nice guys. They know we wasn't out there in the street. And I was joking, but I was serious when I said they know we got clean dick. We ain't got that dirty dick. They can run on there and say, and listen, they talk about this amongst themselves. They do. They say, girl, you got to get you a nice guy. Why? Girl, because a nice guy ain't have his ass out there in the streets. Girl, I know that's right. But they'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that. I'm going to say something here today. I'm going to say this. I got my sister up in here. This is hands down the most unbelievable thing that I ever witnessed. People, we all got a quirky way about us. We all got a nerd way about us. I'm a nerd and I claim it. I watched a girl when I lived in Portsmouth, Virginia, had a BMW. Chick had the fattest ass in the world. And when she was talking to me, she was like, you talking about trading cards. Do you not see this big ass I got? She didn't like that. I watched the look on her face as I disappointed her. The girl that lived across the street, I looked at the fact when I start talking, I can see the disappointment. Damn, I thought he was one of them street niggas. Look at all these nice cars he got. Nice house he by himself. Damn, why a nerd have to live on my fucking block? Oh, fuck, goddamn. Just like they know what you are, they know what they are too. So let's talk about that. The one thing that a friend of mine told me, Corey Nevada Burrell, rest in peace, my man. He told me, he said, Smitty, let me tell you something about a big woman, because his wife is big. Sharon Burrell, rest in peace. Sharon Burrell was 5'10". He said a big girl know she got limited options. A big girl know that he just ran a whole list of things down. But I'm going to add to that today, Corey Burrell. Rest in peace, brother. I'm going to add to that. When they big, when they know they manly as fuck, they know a man is not going to deal with their fucking ass. They know that they don't have any man curriculum in them. They don't know how to be a woman. It doesn't exist in them. They know they're a nerd too. They know they don't fit in, despite that they think they want to fit in. They think they got all these female friends and they don't. The amazing thing is when they find somebody that says, I know all that about you, but you're the woman for me. And they still put the sisterhood first. People, I'm here today to tell you, that is the most intriguing, flip side, stupid shit that I've ever witnessed in my life. damn, I don't know what the fuck keep going on. Thanks, sis. So I guess you ain't hear that, so let me say it again. I want to be clear about something. I want to be clear about something when it comes to you modern women. No homo. When it comes to you modern women, no homo. But when I run out of toilet tissue, after I go to the bathroom, I'm going to need you. That's all you worth for me. I just thought of something, man. I'm laughing at something. That's all you good for. You shit mouth ass whore. You fucking shit mouth bitch. Hey man, I crack. What are you gonna do? I crack myself up. What are you gonna do? You know. 1423. He says they always pick the nice guy last. Yep. Yep. They always pick the nice guy last. They pick the nice guy last again because they know we clean. They know when they're out there in these streets, they can catch stuff. And listen, I'm not saying all nice guys are dirty or clean, excuse me. But you run a high risk of catching something when you're out there in them streets. Nice guy, we ain't in them streets. They want the comfort zone. And I'm going to tell you something about any woman that used to live that life or be about that life, or when you talking to a woman and she thinks she's trying to get some points with you by saying, yeah, I used to be out there in them streets. I used to, no, I ain't no used to. You're still a street chick. You still. I don't believe in used to. I believe you get tired, in their own words. I'm tired of dealing with niggas in the streets. So you dealt with them long enough to get tired. Huh? Wow. Yeah, okay. Well, what does a marathon runner do when they run a marathon? They run. Then what happens? What happens? They get some rest. And then they back out running again. So don't be no chicks rest. Don't be these chicks rest. That's all they doing. They rest. They resting on the nice guy. They need to call us nice rest. That's what they should call us. Nice rest. That's what they call us. Nice rest. My sister chimed in, 14. She said, they believe they can manipulate the nice guy. Yeah. They believe that nice guys, any interaction with us is like they're doing us a favor. I'm not supposed to be, listen, I'm not supposed to still have this waiting. You know, like I said, from 51 to 56, I got 6 marriage proposals. One girl asked me twice. But it was supposed to have been, oh, he's nice and prime and ready for just anything right now. And I know him. Like they go through their life and collect the time and period that they're going to come for you when they need you, right? So they meet you and they be like, 42 to 50. Oh, girl, what's his? Oh, he's a 55 to grown. Girl, he's a grown old. Yeah, girl, because he what about him? Oh, he's a right now nigga. Oh, girl, I know that's right. Girl, he's a right now nigga. Oh, right, for real? Yeah, he a right now nigga, girl. Let him bust you out. This is the new term. Let a nigga put you through the mattress. Oh, no, that's right, girl. Yeah, I know. This and all that. And then I realized something. When you get my attention, you better take heed to it. But when you get my attention and think you're going to put me on reserve, you think you're going to put me on? Yeah. Okay. I fucked up. I get you. I messed up. Yeah. What you need to start getting from now on is the number you have reached. Yeah. Yeah. End of this month, I'm changing my number. 732-875-9111. You go on. No, you get that. You don't get the you don't get you don't get you do not get you do not get the audacity to be able to say you can call me. You don't. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm back, motherfuckers. You don't get to do that. That's not where it's at. Anar, he chimed in. He's chimed in right there. I see him. He said, I'm the non-nookie getting guy now. He said, I'm a non-nookie getter too. He over here challenging me on my non-nookie time. Motherfucker, I'm almost 4 years in, goddammit. You can't challenge me on my non-nookie gettingness. My non-nookie gettingness. I'm laughing at something else. Women today believe that sex can purchase anything. Women today believe that sex can get you whatever. That's what they believe. So they don't develop the woman. So the guys, the nice guys that want a woman, you know, I have a belief. I have a belief. And I was talking to Anar, he's my client. I was talking to him yesterday, and we was talking about services, and he was like, he was like, I'm doing good in life. He got two chicks out on the street, you know. He was like, I got two chicks out on the street, so I'm doing real good for myself. So that's him right there. Anar 7733. He was like, I got two chicks out on the street, so I'm doing good right now. I was like, oh, okay. So we was just talking about, and I'm gonna tell y'all here today. When I move out of this country, I'm gonna have my house, and then I'm gonna have my apartment. Yeah. I've realized now that a woman is gonna say to me, you know, I don't mean to insult you, but we went on 4 dates now. Uh-huh. You smell like dog. You got dogs? Yeah. Where are they? When we go to your house, I don't see them. It's the reason why Batman, Bruce Wayne, didn't tell these chicks he was Batman. You see Batman Returns, when she said, nice car, Bruce, he said, you should see my other one. Said it under his mouth, though. You should see my other one. One thing I can say I learned from my Didi, my dad saved my life. I tell y'all, my dad was quick to go shoot one, boy. But my dad was quick on the draw. boy, my dad was quick on the draw. My brother almost, quick on the draw too. I just like my money. I just love my money. So my dad was quick on the draw. My dad would like unscrew his shit and be like, I told y'all, my dad had boomerang dick. I ain't never seen a motherfucker from hello to pussy to impregnate to kid in 9 months, 2 hours. God damn. But I'm the youngest in the family amongst my brothers, and that saved my life. It really did. It really did. I've seen the example of reckless, and women be like, here, when you're ready to be reckless, it only means one thing. They're giving you pussy and you're giving them your money. That's it. That's all it means. That's all it means. That's all it means. When you sit there and you say things like, I'm a nice guy. I ain't getting no pussy. So I'ma just flip on him. I'ma be a non-mean nigga. Okay. 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 Let me touch bases on that. When you flip up and change who you are for the sake of getting some pussy. When you flip up and change who you are for the sake of getting pussy, you're now entering into a world that's not yours. You don't know the curriculum because that's not your world. You don't know the tone and temperament because that's not your world. So what you're going to do is you're going to overcompensate. It's just like when a foreigner goes to a foreign country. When we go and step up to say, how much? $80 when it's only $20. That's the same thing. That's what happens. That's why best thing to do if you're a nice guy, stay in your world. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Stay in your world. Stay in your world. Don't leave your world. I'm not leaving my world. I'm safe here. When I decide to switch up and be like, look, mugs out there getting pussy, I'm gonna just be out there fucking bitches. I don't know those rules. I don't care what nobody say. Listen, y'all, I'm honest with y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here. Listen, because ain't no chick coming to this house gonna fuck me and leave. And when it's time for her to leave, she's gonna be like, let's just hang out today. No, I got things to do. Oh, so you're just gonna fuck me and bring another bitch up in here? Huh? Huh? That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Ain't no chick coming in here ain't gonna be look in my backyard and be like, mm. Soon as she look at my backyard, she's gonna be like, a week later, something wrong with my car. Let me just hold one of yours. No. So I'm staying in my lane. Staying in my lane. Staying in my lane. Damn that. I'm staying in my lane. People don't know the importance of that. I know so many people, so many men that got success and went out their lane. Now we in our 50s, we looking at 60, as I stated yesterday. And them child support cases is all up in their hole. Them child support cases all up in their hole, strapped on like, yeah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all forgive me, man. I go left. I go left. I go left, man. Y'all know I got go left-itis, man. I got go left-itis, man. I be going left on y'all, man. I got a short attention span. I'm sorry, but not doing that. Not doing that. I've seen it. You ain't see it. You're in your 30s. What you in your late 20s. Okay. There's no way you can see this. I see it. I'm sitting up here, 57 years old, like, no, doing something different. No, oh. That's what I got to say to these guys. Oh, not that dude. I'm not him. I will never be him. I'm better than that. I will not be that dude. You cannot entice me with pussy. Sorry. You got to think women build their game up on fuck niggas and think it can work on men. That's why y'all hear them saying men. I ain't never seen a Bentley pull up on a prostitute. I ain't never seen that before. But they swear to you that bullshit that they do in the streets can work on high dollar value guys. So when you travel around social media and you see a bitch talking about something, a nigga ain't paying your rent for the year, he ain't doing nothing. A fucking nigga ain't paying your rent for the year. They ain't never, ever got an email, your shit is paid up by the year. They ain't never seen that before. Because if they did, they shut the fuck up so they don't fuck it up. All right? Let's be clear. Ain't no woman bragging about, motherfucker, if he don't pay your rent for the year, he ain't shit. Really? You think the motherfucker that can pay your rent for the year is going to hear that and say, oh shit, what's your cash at, bitch? Right. Okay. Okay. All right. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, "Oh, oh, oh." You say, "What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I'm gonna do this thing with this woman, but we're gonna play her game." Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Know this: these women run around here today, and again, they don't, and they won't develop and haven't developed a woman's side. Wow, my sister said the sound went out. So you can't hear me? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Carter said it sounds good over here. He said he don't know what the Carter's Cole Garter said what the heezy. He said what the heezy. It sounds good on this end anyway. So as I was saying, this is why nothing has developed in the woman. Nothing. There's no development. It's every time a woman comes up to maturity, a nigga need to do this, a nigga need to do that, a nigga need to. What are you gonna do? And how come there's none of these things on a car salesman? A car salesman need to throw a sunroof on my shit, rims on my shit. How come they don't put any of these need to do's on anything else in their life? You ever notice that? You ever notice that? You ever notice that? You ever notice that? Wow. I don't know why the sound. I don't know what it is. Probably need to come over on Dad's Traded, but I don't know I didn't do anything. She says the sound went out. She said the sound went out, motherfucker. Damn, sis, cursing me out. Damn. But again, this is why nothing has developed in women in the last 30. It's nothing. We don't see the development of woman. Everything is what a person got to do for me. Again, where's this at when it comes to? Where's this at when it comes to when you go eat out? What is bomb when I eat out? The chef got to come sit down with a bitch. What chef got to come sit down with a motherfucker? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where is bomb when a bitch go get her hair done? I want mink fur hair. I want mink fur hair. I don't want Indian chick hair. Why is all these extravagant things are only put on men? Because it hides the fact that if you say, no, where's the woman at? Bring the woman at. Where's the woman at? Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. I realized that when a couple of weeks ago, when I looked at and examined each one of my relationships by the person. I put up the women that I've dated in my past. And to be honest with you, this is why a lot of you guys, you couldn't believe it when I said I'd get back with the Tia before I get back with anybody, any one of these chicks. So where that came from was a Tia gave me a child. All these other chicks gave me attitudes and what they are. A Tia gave me a child. This is what Kevin Samuels went when he said, you need to get back with your child's father. I don't know why, sis. It said the sound is still out. Let me see. I don't know why. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Let me try something here. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna try something here. See if the sound is out. So the sound is out now. Let me see. The sound is still out. Hold on. Actually, my sound is not out. I hear me whistling. I hear it on here, sis. I think it's a sound. Actually, my sound is not out. What did I just do, man? Wow. Oh, yeah. All I did was touch the damn thing.
The school district has laid off over 400 teachers and counting in the last 48 hours. So over 400 teachers
Are you fucking
in the last
serious?
48 hours without their career. And I just left the parent-teacher conference at my son's school and
Fucking believable. Unbelievable. I have my sound on. I'm looking at it on my laptop. I have my sound. She said, your sound's still out. I don't think it's on my end. I think it's on your end. Yeah. So if I go into that right there, you can hear it. Yeah. See? So if I go into that right there, you can hear it. See? You can hear, you heard me just say what I just said. I just said what I said. So I think it's on your end. It's not over here. Unfortunately, it's on your end, sis. I can hear me talk about me. I can hear me. Oh, well, okay, hold on. I gotta translate to my sister right quick. Hold on, y'all. I have sound when I go to look at the channel on my laptop. It's on your end. She's like, I can't hear you. All right. All right, church. I have sound. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's on your end. All right. So what I was saying was, um, I know individuals are not into or not interested in being women anymore. They're not. They're not interested in being women no more at all. When you look at these women today, everything is so when you again, so these women, they're not interested at all in being women. This is why, like I just said, all you have to do when they start going into this, you do this, say, okay. This is what I'm gonna do for you. Okay. Just say, okay, that's what I gotta do. I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta, what else? Oh shit. Okay, I gotta wipe your ass. Oh, God. Oh, three ply. Oh, 4-ply toilet tissue. Okay, I gotta put rose petals. Oh, like in coming to America. Got you. Hold on. No, this is a lot of shit. Okay, I gotta wake you up in the morning. Okay, I gotta cook your food. I gotta buy you dinner. I gotta give you a choice of restaurants you want to go to. Is this for your birthday? Oh, this is just for every day. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Okay, I gotta do what with your kids? Okay, all of them. How many you got? 6. Okay, I gotta buy your kids. Oh, I gotta go down there and bump the baby daddies. Oh, I gotta do the baby daddy bump. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta take their name. I gotta file a motion with the court and put my name as the child support payer. Okay. Okay. Got all that. Anything else? Okay, I just got a question for you. What are you gonna do? A bitch is here. A bitch. That's all you're gonna get. Nothing about them in development has ever developed. So what you actually gonna get? A bitch bringing to some good pussy. I'm bringing you some good pussy. My pussy is good. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. Yeah. That's what you're getting. That's all you're getting. You thought you was getting more? Oh shit. You thought you was getting some more. Oh, okay. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. That's all they bringing. That's all they bringing. They're not. Sis says she not gonna do nothing. No, they're not. And it's so easy for individuals to you engage. I'm gonna go back to what I said. I'm 57. So when I was a kid, there was a show that used to come on TV called the Richard Bey Show, and Richard Bey did a lot of shows about this. Where he had 10 women come up on stage, and he said which one of these women were born men. And it was never a landslide. It was never a woman that stepped forward and everybody was like, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man, oh, that's a man. It was man, woman, man, woman, man, woman. What is she? That's a man. She was born a woman. It was never a landslide. Was you born a man or a woman? I was born a man. Oh, fuck it. For another. Your eyes seen a woman. So your eyes said woman. This is why a lot of you guys, you get attracted. They draw you in with the attraction that I'm a woman. Yeah, see how it goes? They draw you in with the attraction. I'm a woman. They're not a woman. They're not. This is why, no offense to none of my guys, I'm not trying to hear a woman got you. I'm just not trying to hear it. Ain't no woman ever get me. People don't have pet rattlesnakes. They don't have pet rattlesnakes. What I'm simply saying is, there ain't no way in hell you went further with a woman. Based on the arguments that y'all had, told you what she was. Based on the arguments that y'all told you, she got nothing to bring to the table but saying she got pussy. You knew that. I remember my ex-wife and I used to get into arguments. She used to run in the room, take all her clothes off and put her robe on. All right, and then want to talk about the problem butt naked. What are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm talking about. You went further. We had one guy, we had a client, and it was her father did this, she did that, she choked me, she headbutted me, this and all that. And I'm like, today's April the 21st, so I'm thinking he's gonna say in February. And I'm like, well, when did she headbutt you? Okay, this is 2026. Oh, she did that in like 2017. I'm like, how the fuck are you still with somebody that headbutted you? How are you still with them? How? Individuals go back and forth with these chicks. Why? Because amongst the little boys, the narrative is, I'm getting that pussy. I remember talking to one individual, we ain't friends no more, but I remember he said to me, after I gave him a nice take on not getting caught up, his response was, whatever. I'm good with these bitches. I'm good at getting pussy from these bitches. I should have known then when we weren't friends no more, because our curriculum was never on the phone talking about getting bitches and getting pussy. We never spoke like that. But this is what he said to me. Unfortunately, same said dude went to court last year at 53 years old and got 2 child support cases. I'm sorry, in 2024. Same said dude went to court last year and got 2 child support cases. 2. But he told me in 2021, whatever, I'm good with these bitches. I'm good at getting pussy from these bitches. That's what he said. That's what he said. If I gotta call you a bitch, you will not see my dick. The only person I will call a bitch is the chick that's on her knees doing a great polish job. That's all she's worth. She's a polisher. I'm laughing at something else. That's it. A bitch in my life, a bitch coming to moi, a bitch, me spending money on moi, having a relationship with moi, me, her being able to call me up, a bitch? Oh no. No, sir. As I now understand and tell individuals, you played in the devil's playground long enough only to wake up and realize you were nothing but one of his toys. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. They keep you caught up in that game of pussy, and you think that that's a brag flex. Let me tell you, I was stationed at Fort Hood, and this guy had a Chevy Cavalier Z24. For everybody don't know, the Chevy Chevy Cavalier's Z24 was a badass little car. Had a big engine in it. And he crashed it. And to cover his crash tracks, he said that he crashed it while the girl was sucking his dick. He was a Mexican dude. And everybody was like, ah, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you know how dumb you sound right now? You're telling me you crashed your car while a chick was sucking your dick and you want points for crashing your car behind some pussy. This is how I know. A lot of you guys, when you get into that pussy game, what do you want? Yes, I'll do whatever you want. Yes. And then when it's all over, after you feel that twinkle in your hole, after she done strapped on a dildo and she told you she's going to use after she told you she was going to use the smaller dildo, but you couldn't look behind you and see because you played football when you was young, so you can't really look all around. You can't look behind you. She strapped on a different dildo, went all in your hole, busted your shit all up, pun intended, and now you want to get her back for that time she did that. No. And then you hire me. Yeah, I want to get her back. I watched your video. Yeah. Okay, calm down. What's up? Hey, yeah, she strapped up and ramped up on me. She didn't even tap me on the shoulder. She normally tap me on the shoulder before she ramp up. She ramped up on me, no Vaseline or nothing. Yo, man, y'all just doing, y'all go head over heels for pussy. Come on, admit it. You leave your comment below. Come on, admit it. Call me up with these stories with holes all in them up. Because I'm like, and when did this happen? 2013. As in 13 years ago, 2013? Yeah. When did you meet her? Same year you met her. She was ramping up on you. And then last week, she took you down for child support. So 13 years of plowing your back out, blowing your shit out. Now she caps it all off by taking you down for child support. Right. And you want to get this bitch back. Yeah. I'm going to examine who is the true bitch there. My sister chimed in. She said seduction to try and manipulate his mind off a man checking you from what you did wrong. Seduction to try to manipulate his mind off of trying to ignore what you did wrong. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of you guys do. She do something wrong, and then she like, this pussy is good. This pussy is good. I got the dope wet. That's the thing to get y'all. She'd be like, the pussy is good. You'd be like, I ain't trying to hear that. Fuck that. I got the dope wet. You got the dope wet. You got the dope wet pussy. Yes, it's dope wet. Like once she say dope wet, y'all just lose it. Yeah. I'm saying we live in a sexually explicit society. Women are out here, no matter what. I don't have to develop ever being a woman. All I have to do is be sexual. That's it. Yeah, come on, you fell for it. You're a fallen forwarder. Yeah, you are. I listen. Again, I'm saying this for the young ones. I'm just glad I was never that dude. I didn't fall for it. And every girl I dated tried the shit. They have nothing. They're nothing without a sexual enticement. They're nothing. Have nothing to offer. Nothing. It's I got this pussy. Like theirs is different. You can line 1,000,000 of them up and say, what's different about your pussy? This pussy is tight. Okay. You see the one in the red? She said the same thing. And right next to her, the girl, no, not that one, no, next to her. In the white, she said the same thing. And then the one, two of them down said the same thing. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4. You're the 11th one. So 11 out of 4 said theirs is tight. Look at all of them. What do you think they're going to say? So what is the unique thing about your pussy being tight? I mean, talk to me. Shit. Anybody saying on that? Yeah, I got caught up in that too. That's what you're saying? Oh, yeah, I got caught up. Yeah, yeah. Shit. He right. Yeah. It is amazing to me how sex talk end up being and get into every conversation you talk to these individuals. You get some type of sex talk input. You get sex talk input. Why? Why do you get sex talk input? Why? That's all they got. Crystal Holman tried to, no homo. Crystal Holman tried to dick talk me. Oh, Chris, you know you down there in Virginia putting that big dick in all them chicks. I'm just listening to her. Okay. So I just want to rewind what you just said. You just said, you know I am. Okay, did I ever tell you that? Yeah. No. But you know you are. I said, okay, hold on. Let me finish. Did I ever say this to you when I lived up there? Yeah. So why would I come down here and say it? I said, don't remember how you met me. You didn't met me. What's up, ma? I didn't. What's up, ma? You didn't meet me on no street curriculum. You didn't meet me on that. I said, so don't disrespect me and talk to me like I'm on that street curriculum bullshit now. I despise street life. Let's go left for a second. You mind if I go left for a second? Hold on a second. I gotta go take a piss. As I drink my beet juice, there's no more left in here. No more beet juice. No more beet juice. Drink my beet juice. My beet juice. I gotta get some more. So let me go get some more drink. Guess what I got? I got another beet juice, bitch. So, Crystal Holman try to insinuate that I did this thing where I'm running game. Like, so again, I had to tell her, remember how you met me. So break something down to you guys, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. D. Smitty, my sister, she chimed in and she said, our father used to say there are three things that a man walks on. Wow. I've never heard him say that, but I like it already. When she said, there are three things our dad used to, three things that a man used on: garbage, the streets, and trash, not a lady. And for a woman to enjoy that, she really tell a man what kind of woman she is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me reflect back on that for a second. I said something earlier and I'm gonna say it again. My sister just said the trash, right? And as I tell individuals, I'm moving out of this country. I shut off. When I see pretty women now, I just look at them and be like, if only, like, all women in America, all women on Western land look the same to me now. Because I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a westernized woman, and I'm a purist. I wanted a wife. I wanted a family. That's, even when you talk to a woman, the curriculum is, like the Angry Man said, their default setting. So you can be talking to them, this and all that. Then as soon as they get mad, they go Shaquita on you. A lot of people don't understand things get better with time. Unfortunately, bad gets better. And when bad gets better, it's worse. So when a woman, as my sister said, allows a man to walk on her and treat her like trash, we're looking at the loss of good guys. This is why good guys we don't, there's not an end for us. All right. There's not an end for the good guys, because the bad guys, the women, like, come treat me like shit, this and all that. Like I said, the good guys, like I said, how in the fuck, as a 57-year-old man, how did I get 6 marriage proposals in my 50s? I didn't get one in my 20s. Listen, I was above average in every age of my life. Like I said, I brought a caddy. My first car was a caddy. My dad came to my house and came over to our house and was like, damn, man, you brought a caddy? Chris, that's your Cadillac? Yeah, that's mine. My brother had a Volkswagen that he got from my daddy. And my brother that passed away had an Oldsmobile with no nose on that motherfucker. I had a caddy. I was always different. So in every era of my life, women see me at the pinnacle of different. I'm not saying I'm better, but damn it, they would have said it. I was always the pinnacle of different. Now all of a sudden, these same women that knew me, these are all women that I've known 30 plus years as a 57-year-old man. Those are the ones asking to marry me. Ask yourself why. They seen me then. They could have said, oh yeah, I want him. They didn't say that. They said, you know what? I'm going to save him for when I get older, when a bitch ready to retire this pussy off the street, when a bitch ready to stop sucking balls. Give me a when a bitch ready to stop going dolo on them nuts. When a bitch don't finish going dolo on them nuts. You know, I'm tired of sucking stink balls. You know, these street niggas got stink balls. They just out partying all night and then get up in the morning. I want me to pop a ball in my mouth. I ain't popping no balls in my old stink saggy ball. Now the good guys. Now I'm like, you used to suck saggy balls. Nah, I remember you. Nah, I remember. I'm the same guy. Same guy. Not too many people had cars better than mine. That ain't no different than what it is now. I'm saying my first car was a Coupe de Ville. My dad had a Coupe de Ville. Actually, I'm sorry. He had Coupe de Villes. Then his last car was the Fleetwood Brougham Coupe. All right. That was a limited edition car. It was only one made. That's what he had. All right. And so I've always had a car better than my brothers. I'm just going to say my brothers. Let's just say that. I've always had a better car than my brothers. Even now, I got better cars than my brothers. I do. I got better cars. I was always the best. I'm the youngest. So I watched all them motherfuckers get shit and be like, that's, I used to be here. I used to be here with my big brothers. That's what you got? That's what you rolling with? What you hit me for? Shut up. My car gonna be better than yours. Why you hit that out my hand? Stop taking notes on my fly. Get your own style. That's how my brother. That's how my brother. That's how my brothers hit me. It happened. It worked. All right. 231 chimed in. He said, "Men now are so thirsty. Women can literally ask for currency. That's our fault." Drop the mic, mother, because you done. He is absolutely correct. Yeah. The market didn't get like this because women forced it upon us. A lot of individuals, like I said, I don't know if he was here and he heard me. I got an individual told me, hey, look, I'm good with these bitches. I'm good at getting pussy. No. Listen, once you start playing the pussy game, the game gonna start playing you. Pause. Let me say that again. Once you start playing the pussy game, the game gonna start playing you. And let's be clear, that's with any game. Like I said earlier, stay in your lane. I'm a nice guy. I've always been. Ain't no shame in that shit. I'm living high off the hog right now. Right now, I got the life. Right now, you don't have the life that I have. Not you personally. I'm just saying the average. All right. And come on here and try to get this in. I try to do a live stream every day from 12 noon to 3. I may not have it like that all the time. I realize for some reason I need to do these things on my phones, laptops. Anyway, I have a good life, a great life. And every woman that I met acted like they had a better situation than mine. And I should shut my life down and we should roll with what they're doing. I'm like, again, my mortgage is $754. Your rent is $2,000. So I should move in with you. Oh, and you the type that the man should pay all the bills? Or you that type? Wow, what a boy, if that ain't no tart shit, boy, that's tarted in my beet juice. That's tarted in my beet juice. Boy, hey, listen, I'm used to drinking tart shit. I'm not used to hearing it. But boy, that's tart.com. That's first class tart for your ass. I'm a rapper. That's first class tart for your ass. We ain't doing that. We're gonna stay right chum. And I hear chum. This is where we at. But 231, Sharks called it. He said, men nowadays are so thirsty. They're thirsty. They are. They'll sit up there like when I'm out and about and I see a girl walk by in a mug, I'll be like, wow, that's what they do, huh? Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm not interested. I'm just not. my position is I'm a bad mother. No, I don't have to have it. Listen, I said this yesterday. When these chicks be young and they got that quote unquote brand new coochie, they give it to $2 niggas, right? When they got that Bentley grade coochie, they give it to $2 niggas. Then they end up getting old and having a $2 coochie and expect Bentley niggas to come pay for it. It is an amazing change of perspective. And as a 57-year-old man, I said that because that's what I see. Let me run it back. When they're young, they got that Bentley pussy. They got that Bentley pussy. You heard what I just said? They got that fresh. Give me a second. They got that good yum yum eatable. They got that eatable Bentley coochie. Then they fuck around and give it to $2 niggas. Then they get old. Now they got $2 pussy and try to think that a Bentley nigga is gonna come pay for it. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. Anybody, tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. When I go to the store, there's a girl, she about 20 years old. One day I went in there, she was like, "Sir, when you come in here, you be smelling good." She always trying to talk to me. You be better off going to go get a young chick that ain't had their ass out there. You can't, you just can't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. A lot of guys my age ain't spitting this shit like I'm spitting it. I'm 57. I'll be 58 this year. I'm 2 years, I'll be 60. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see the dynamics. I see the whole playing field. I see it. I'm like, and then when they hit 50, listen, let me tell you guys something. Not 99.999. All right. Let me back that up. Not as in not 99.999. 100% of every woman, when they hit their fucking 50s, all that shit is out the window. It's married. I want to be married. They throw tantrums. They want to be married. I'm looking at these chicks like, huh? Chris, why man you ain't married? Why man you ain't married? I want to be married, Chris. Why man you ain't married? I want to be married. I'm on the phone like, what? What? In 2016, in 2018, man, you're gonna be married. In 2018, man, you're gonna be married. Just all these marriage proposals popping out of nowhere. They're not these. I'm trying to tell you, not 99.99999. 100% of these chicks gonna toss that bullshit out the window. But let me go a little bit deeper than that. Let me go a little bit deeper in my analysis. The women that was high on that giving out coochie shit when we was young. Remember, I'm 57. All right. So when all the women that was high out on giving that coochie out shit, a strange thing is happening. You know what that strange thing is? The market outpaced the coochie. They can't give out enough coochie. If they was to have a sign on that shit saying, "Fuck suck special, $1 with a free day, a free dick polish on another day. You don't have to wash the dick." I'm laughing at so. Listen. A fuck suck special. Let me back that up. A fuck suck special today, and on another day you get a free. That's right, totally free ball polish. You ain't gotta wash the balls. You can just play, you could have just been playing basketball and we will ball out sucking your balls. They can't give out the pussy enough. They're at the market, they can't, right? So what happens is, here's what happens. They're not adding. See, the reason why I am in the situation that I'm in, 7 cars, $754 mortgage. When I went and brought this house, I could have brought a house 3 times bigger than this one. My mortgage would have been $3,000 a month. I snapped out of it. I said, whoa, I don't have no fucking friends. It's just me. Got a beautiful house, right? Said, oh, fuck that. Brought this house, right? I'm retired military. I have 5 streams of income. I'm fucking awesome. I'm not fucking, my shit is, I wake up every morning and can't believe this is my life. I swear to you, I wake up every day and be like, wow, this is my life, right? There are women that played around and played, all the women in the streets. A 1-bedroom right now is between $1,500 and $2,000. What do you think rent is going to be when they get 50 and 60 years old? What do you think it's going to be? They're not paying anything into Social Security. They're not working. So all these women out here just gabbing. I told y'all in the other video, life is waiting for these motherfuckers. Life is like, debt is like, let me get them. Life is like, no, chill. I'm gonna love this one. Chill. Debt, chill. Stress, hold up. 25 years later, when they're 60 years old, then life gonna be like, debt, get that ass. Eviction, wake your ass up. Go get her. Stress, go get that ass. Bankruptcy, go get that ass. All these motherfuckers, when they get old, they're gonna be fucked up in the game. I see it, people. I see it. I see it. They're gonna be fucked up in the game. Life ain't trying to hear none of that shit these pussy sellers are talking about. Life ain't trying to hear that shit. Life is like retirement. What are we talking here? I got some good pussy. Life said, I gave it to you. I'm life. Duh. What are we talking about as far as retirement? I just got some good pussy. Life gonna say, I heard you when you said it the first time. What are we talking about as far as retirement? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You just gonna, life gonna say, you think you're just gonna fuck your way through life? You think you're gonna fuck your way through life? Oh. Did you ask me? Could you do that? Did you ask me? Okay. Right. Life is gonna tear that ass up. This is why all of them, when they reach their 50s, I told y'all, not 99.99999, 100% of these individuals, the lights turn on. You see, excuse me, I had an individual speak highly of her friend. My friend is a millionaire, lives in DC. My friend is a millionaire. She sold her house, and the second she sold her house, she became a millionaire. This is women, because they're so used to doing things by themselves, they don't understand the writing on the wall. And they all want to work for the government. That's why when the DEI went left, they was the only ones hollering. Appreciate those thumbs up. Y'all share this video. Stop fucking with me. So she's like, my friend is a millionaire. The second she sold her house, she became a millionaire, rather, right? And then this is up in DC. She works up in DC at the Department of Defense. We all know it's located in DC. So when they had that working from home shit, my friend brought a house, sold her house in DC and moved to Indiana. She brought a house in Indiana. When she brought her house in Indiana, blah, 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 blah. Then Trump got in office. Trump said, bring that ass back into the office. No, we ain't working from home no more. What do you think happened to why would you do something so idiotic? And even if that was the thing, nonetheless. So she was like, so my friend is in a jam. So I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there listening to her. And I said, your friend was in a jam is the reason as to why she sold the house. She was in a jam. See, when you older and you understand money, the actions, the transactions, you don't see the money yet, but you understand the transactions before the action, the transaction. You see the trans, you start transferring money, you start transferring your thought. We see it. So I'm saying to myself, your friend didn't sell a house because she wanted to be a millionaire. Your friend sold a house because she couldn't afford the taxes. I wouldn't live in DC. I would find the furthest stop that the train goes to. I would buy a house in that neighborhood. And every day I'd have my ass on a train and I would take the train into DC. If the train is an hour out, I would go as far as I can from DC. But there's no way. I didn't do it when I lived in Jersey. There was no way in hell I was going to live in New Jersey. I moved to the Pocono Mountains where I found a $74,000 house and sold it in 2016 and got $97,000. That was the video that I did when I took $30,000 cash to the bank. That video, for the people that was with me, that was that video. That's my life. I understand and move different, but she was trying to make it seem like her friend was so business savvy. No, you sold your house because the property taxes was straight mulling that asshole. All right. These are the transaction and things that will affect these individuals. And these are some, there's certain things that the market is going to choke hold your ass. There's certain things in life is the way you stay ahead in life. The way you stay ahead in life. I got 7 cars. My insurance on my cars is like $1,070 a month. However, 2 cars are posted on Turo. The 2 I have out of the 7 cars, 2 of them I have car notes. Those 2 car notes combined is $815, something like that. I make more than that on Turo every month. They pay for themselves and the insurance. So it's not a burden on me. I brought both of those cars. I brought the electric car just to do Lyft, and I brought the convertible for that reason, to put on Turo only. I didn't buy the convertible so I can be styling and profiling. I specifically brought the convertible to put on Turo. I live in Virginia Beach. So Virginia Beach. And I noticed when I looked on Turo, I noticed that the convertibles was getting rented more. So guess what I did? I brought a convertible. Keeping it in the BMW tradition is why I got the Z4. So I have the BMW X3, the Z4, the X5, the 6 Series, the 7 Series, and the 8 Series. I wanted to have the number sequence. So I own a 6, 7, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's fly. I thought that was cool. However, back to what I'm talking about. That was the trans before the action, transaction. So I said, we're not going to do this. So my moves were all money moves. And even though selling a house and you getting $1 million in your hand, that is fucking great.com. Here's what I would have did. If I would have sold a house and got $1 million, I would have moved over to Thailand. 200,000 of that million would have had you set for about 15 years. Then you got $800,000 to do whatever with. But when you make $1 million and you're up in DC now, where houses are $600,000 or now, but she sold her house for $1 million. Now Trump said, oh, the people got to come back. Now she got to come back. Now she's talking her friend, oh, I got to Airbnb it or buy another house. So you got to buy another house with $1 million. You're not going to find another house up in DC for the price no more. That's how it goes. Whatever you sold it for, you should have had the rule in selling and flipping real estate. Have the one you're going to buy already before you sell the one you got. But if you think you're going to be stupid enough to sell the house, take that money and then go buy another one, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. No, because you won't have enough money. You won't. You won't have enough money. And then, again, to buy in DC, and when you buy, listen, again, like I said, she didn't sell a house because she sold it and instantly became a millionaire. What do you think the insurance is on $1 million house? Insurance on $1 million house is probably $40,000 a year. So $40,000 a year, $40,000 a year, and she was by herself. That's where, you should have had a man in your life, but they learn the hard way. This is when a man comes in and say, baby, we got to do this, we. But when you got one income and you trying to wing it and doing all that, those bills and society and cost of living and all this stuff come tapping you on the shoulder. Me, I'm property tax exempt. So I could go up to DC and buy $1 million house. And the $40,000 for taxes, I won't have to pay them because it's like that. That's the position I'm in. This is why I have a $754 mortgage. If you were to add the taxes onto same said house, I'd probably be $1,000 and something. But I don't pay taxes. You know why? Anybody? You guessed it. I'm just that bad motherfucker.